Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. When we couple Luke 8:16 with John 3 verse 19 through 21, we see that the deeds of the world gives away that the world is evil. It's the top layer of hell. And that people love darkness and not light. They prefer to prolong their lives and live a wicked life instead of choosing righteousness and accepting being persecuted for righteousness' sake. So we see this kind of catastrophic failure in society, in humanity, the refusal to have the heart to do what is just. We see people making silly faces quite often. They're acting in a way that's very immature and unprincipled and undisciplined because they keep following the broad path to destruction. They keep following those who have deeds that are evil, who are selfish. The word selfish is a play on words for see flesh. So they look at things in terms of their culture. Instead of universal moral precision, they look at things in terms of their specific cultural norms. And we see that it's a catastrophic failure as a result. We see people who are into the occult, who like to, force their way on people. They like to get into their heads and coerce them and mistreat them and cheat them, right? The word cheat is like the word mistreat, and they're connected for a reason. How you treat somebody reflects whether or not you're cheating them. So how society cheats me and how they treat me are ideas that are very, very, very much connected. They make it harder for me to speak when I make my videos, to no avail. Because eventually, my flesh is going to die, people are going to be sealed in hell, and the smoke from their torment will rise forever and ever. Because they chose wickedness, they chose to have evil deeds. Faith alone does not save somebody. It is the deeds that prove faith in the divine order that save somebody. So you see in John 3:19 it says, "This is the verdict. Light has come into the world, but people have loved darkness instead of light because their deeds were evil." It was their evil deeds that gave away that they love wickedness. It was their indifference, their refusal to do what is precisely right. As I pointed out many times, the word precision and decision are connected. If someone just kind of helps somebody instead of really choosing to do what God's work, then they've chosen to be evil. They've chosen to help them only to the point that they make themselves feel better while they're continuing their wicked life. A true life is not found in half-hearted attempts. When one breaks the greatest commandment, which is to love God with all their heart, they fail in life. They fail to truly have the deeds of the righteous, which causes them to slip more and more into darkness. And when people refuse to change their course, it gives away that they love darkness, and you can tell by their works. You can tell because their deeds are evil. That's what John 3 is about. It's about making that distinction between those who love light and those who love darkness by what their deeds reflect, what their life work reflects, what their path and their ways reflect. You see also in John 3 it says that those who are righteous come into the light. It says, "Whoever lives by the truth comes into the light, so that it may be seen plainly that what they have done has been done in the sight of God." So what I do is, if people see it plainly that I'm serving God, and then it's done in the sight of God, where they are doing things that are wicked in the darkness. They live a life of deceit, a life of covert activity, a life of refusing to be honest and to walk in the light of truth, the light of justice. They live a they live a life of rejecting God's light, and they try to substitute it. They try to substitute the Luciferian light of darkness and the devil for God's light. So some people might ask, well, why do you keep making these videos and people never seem to be listening to you? Well, just yesterday I was in Gilroy, and some people did talk to me, but it's safe to say that they work for the government or something, and that they're not allowed to kind of follow through. But what matters is moral repetition. What I'm doing has been done in the sight of God. It's been done in the sight of God, and it gives away that I'm on the side of God. And it gives away that my moral conviction proves that I'm a man of truth and justice, while they've chosen darkness and wickedness and refusing to be just.